Right, hey guys, Only Gamer here, back on another video, and welcome to, well, first of all, Happy New Year, guys. Well, actually, as I'm filming this right now, it's still currently 2023, but by the time you guys are seeing this video, it's going to be 2024. But anyway, regardless, Happy New Year, guys, and for my first video of 2024, I've got a very special video for you guys. I'm going to be unboxing something that I got for Christmas, and you already know what it is if you saw my last video, my what I got for Christmas 2023 video. And I'm going to be unboxing right here the Evercade Versus. Oh yes, this is a sort of retro throwback system that I got for Christmas this year, and I mainly wanted one of these for this game right here, Nukem Collection. This is the first Nukem Collection. They made two of these. The first one here has Nukem 1 and 2 remastered plus Nukem 3D Total Meltdown, which is the PlayStation version of Nukem 3D, not the DOS original. And then the second collection has the other PlayStation games, Time to Kill, Land of the Babes, and Nukem Advance. As I'll be filming this, I've not received the other collection yet, the Nukem Collection 2. I should be getting that soon. I was supposed to be getting that for Christmas, but it didn't arrive in time, so hopefully I should be getting that relatively soon. But at least I got the first collection with the exclusive remaster of Nukem 1 2. That game was the main reason why I wanted this particular system, because Nukem 1 2 Remastered is only on the Evercade. So yeah, that was the main reason why I wanted it and why I put one of these down on my list. So yeah, so the Evercade is a very interesting system actually. There's multiple variations of it. This is the console version. There's also a handheld as well called the Evercade EXP or something. It's like the same hardware and everything, takes the same cartridges. It is a cartridge based system. And yeah, it's like it's kind of like the opposite of what the Switch does. Like, the Switch is like a hybrid system where you can like easily, you know, use it as a handheld and then plop in a dock and then like obviously play on the TV. Whereas with the Evercade, you have to buy like a separate device if you want to play it like portably, or if you want to play on a TV, you have to buy them separate. So here it is, the Evercade Versus. This one comes with a free game actually. It comes with the Technos, what's that, Arcade 1 collection. It's got 8 games, which I think says at the bottom here, yeah. That's what it comes with. We've got Battle Lane, Volume 5, never heard of it. Blockout, Coma Tribes, Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 3, Mania Challenge, Minky Monkey, Mysterious Stones. I haven't heard of half of those. I've only really heard of Double Dragon, but that's what comes on that cartridge. And there's the back, advertising some of the other games you can get for the Evercade. Like, you know, you can get a Worms collection, you can get an Intellivision collection, an Indie Heroes collection, an Atari Lynx collection, and among many others. But yeah, that's what the system looks like. It has a little flap at the front, which has 2 cartridge slots. Side, it shows you everything that it comes with. You've got the system itself. You've got 1 controller, although I've seen like multiple unboxings of the system before, and it seems like some of them come with 2, but this one only comes with 1, which is a bit weird. Of course, the Technos collection and the quick start guide. There's no HDMI lead or power plug, so you're gonna have to like use your own, which isn't too much of an issue. I've already got a spare Nintendo HDMI lead that's just right underneath my setup right at the moment, so I can just use that. And you know, I've got some spare plugs around it somewhere. And that's what the other side looks like. It's got an illustration of the system. So yeah, so that's the box to the Evercade Versus. So without further ado, where did I put my scissors? So without further ado, I've got my scissors here, and let's open this thing up. I can't wait to get this thing hooked up. Oh my god, the first thing I'm going to do is pop in this cartridge, you know, play some Nukem 1 2 Remastered, and oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'll actually like show you guys like me setting this up for the first time, like I did with like my PS3 recently, because I brought PS3 off eBay and did a video unboxing that and like setting that up for the first time. Start with one of these corners here. Okay. Alright, oh, this bit slides out. Put that over there. That's cool. ready to play together. So, this up, and oh, here we go. Immediately, similar to how the original Switch was boxed, you open it up and you're immediately greeted with the system itself. So here it is. It's slightly bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller than this, but yeah, there it is. This is the Evercade Versus. It's quite weighty actually. There's the front, you've got your 4 USB ports, so you can have up to 4 controllers here. There's a flap where you put 2 cartridge slots. This button here, I think, is the on-off button, and there's the back with the HDMI and I think that's micro USB, and there's also like an extra button there. I'm not entirely sure what that's for. And that's about it. That's the bottom of it, and yeah. So that's the actual system. I'm just gonna put down my desk for the moment, and then underneath we have the extra stuff it comes with. So this is the game that comes with the Techno's collection. So there it is. I already read out all the games that are on here. Yeah, I'll give this a go. You know, see if there's any games on here I like. But I have to be honest. Like, a lot of these I just never heard of before. I've only just heard of Double Dragon, and that's it. Like, the rest of them I've never heard of in my life. But I'll give it a shot. Then we have the quick start guide for the Versus. I doubt I need that. Then we have the controller right here. The controller. Right. Okay. It feels. Very clicky shoulder buttons. 4 face buttons, start, select, middle button, which is probably like the home or something, and the D-pad. It feels okay. I wish it was a little bit bigger. It kind of it doesn't really fit my hands all that well. Like, I wish the grips were a little bit bigger, but it's not terrible. I mean, it doesn't feel cheap or anything. But yeah, that's the controller, and there's a little USB lead that comes with it. Anything else? Nope, that's it. So yeah, so that is the unboxing of the Evercade Versus. I'm going to go ahead and set this up for you guys, and I'm going to play some a little bit of the Nukem collection. So yeah, let's get this thing hooked up. So I finally got the system hooked up. As you can see, controller's plugged in and everything, and you'll never guess what I'm using to power this system. You'll never guess what. Look, I'm using my Xbox Series X fridge for power. I don't know if it's gonna have enough power to actually turn the system on, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so here we go. I've already got it set to HDMI. So, oh my god, this cable on this Leon's controller is very tangled. But yeah, so I'm just gonna turn it on with a without cartridge just to make sure that actually works. So yeah, let's turn it on in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Do I need to put a cartridge to turn this thing on? Hang on. Hang on a second. Alright, I've plugged it into my my power strip, which has USB ports on the front, so hopefully this should work now. Oh. It's lighting up. Yes! Okay, so now it works. Nice. Alright, so I just connected this thing to our Wi-Fi, and now it's currently doing an update, which I don't even know why this thing even needs updates, because I thought the whole I thought like, the whole point of it was just to be like a throwback system where you just like plug in a game and just start playing. You didn't need to do any like firmware updates or anything, but I guess not. Alright, so the update's done and it's now resetting. I'm just currently unsealing the Technos collection, which I might try out later in this video, who knows. But I'm definitely going to pop in Duke Nukem first, because that's obviously like the whole reason why I want the system in the first place, was for the Duke Nukem collections. Okay, so just restart it again. Okay. There's a little intro we've seen before. Alright, so now on the main menu, no cartridge inserted. Let's go to settings first, see what settings we've got. Display, original resolution, pixel perfect, full screen. So we've got a bunch of different options here, different frames and whatnot. Different background themes, sound options, network. Oh god, there's another update. Oh no, I'll do that later, bro. I can't be asked. But yeah, let's just put in a game, shall we? So open up the flap here, and of course we're gonna insert Duke Nukem Collection 1. And in case you haven't seen what an Evercade game looks like, they come on these white cartridges right here, which are pretty neat. You've got full color artwork at the front, and even has the game name on the back as well. So when it's in the system, which you have to put the cartridges upside down, when it's in the system, you can still see like exactly what you put in, which is pretty nice. So let's put this in the first slot here. Hasn't showed up yet. Did I put it in all the way? Yeah, it's definitely in there, but it still says no cartridge inserted. Oh, does it need me to fucking update? Like, what the hell? I plugged into both slots and it didn't even recognise it. I mean, it does say on the back of the box of the Duke Nukem collection, I don't know if you can see, but it does say down there, requires firmware update, so maybe that's the reason why it's not picking it up. Although it should do, it should at least recognise there's a cartridge inside. Alright, has to restart again. What the hell, man? I have 2 fucking firmware updates to do before we even got to a bloody game yet. This is ridiculous. I thought this was supposed to be a retro system. And yet the firmware updates on this are just as bad as any in modern console. Come on, come on. Let's just get to the damn game already, man. Alright, finally, here we go. Finally, now it recognises there's a cartridge inside. So, yeah, of course we got to start with Duke Nukem 1 and 2, remastered. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. Oh, here we go, finally. Now we're finally playing some Duke Nukem, the whole reason why I wanted this console in the first place. We're now finally playing it. Alright, let's go.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Alright, so of course let's start off with the original Duke Nukem 1, new game. Yes, here we go. So yeah, this is it, the original Duke Nukem, which I have played before. I think on like a DOS box, it's like a DOS emulator. But yeah, never really played too much of it. But yeah, this was Duke Nukem's origins, you know, before Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem started off as a 2D side-scroller. One thing that's really cool about this remaster, which I'll show you in a minute, is that you can actually, I think it's with the select button, you can actually switch on the fly between the remastered version and the original. So if I press it, Yeah, here it is. So, this is the original Duke Nukem 1, like in its original form. This is what it was originally like. And as you can see, it's quite laggy, but that was just like how most DOS platformers were like back in the day. But yeah, and then you press select again, and it's back to the remaster, and it's just instant, you know, just you can instantly switch between the two. And yeah, so it's crazy to think that this remaster is only on the Evercade, bro. These are like, this is hands down the best version of the original Duke Nukem. And oh shit, I just died. This is the best version of the original two Duke Nukem games, and yet it's only on this system. It's not even on PC, you know, which is where these games originally came from. It's not even on PC at the moment. This is I believe the first time Duke Nukem 1 has ever been released on a console before. I mean, Duke Nukem 2, that never really had a console port either, but there was like a weird sort of Game Boy Color sort of remake-ish. Or like, there was a Game Boy Color game that was loosely based on Duke Nukem 2 or something. But this is the first time the first game's ever been playable on a console. But yeah, this is really damn cool, so yeah, I'm going to play a little bit more of this, and then I'll show you guys Duke Nukem 2, and eventually Total Meltdown. Alright, so now let's try out the second game, Duke Nukem 2. Let's frickin' go. I'm going to play on Groovy. Oh, you gotta love the grab bag, bro. The Duke Nukem theme song is so sick. Although that originally wasn't in Duke Nukem 2. Originally, like, the intro here had completely different music, but
I am back.
for whatever reason, I guess they couldn't get the license to that specific song, so now it's just grab bag in Duke Nukem 2, but anyway, let's just skip past this. So yeah, here's the second game, Duke Nukem 2, and right off the bat you can tell that visually it's a big improvement over the first game. This came out about 2 years after. So the first game was in 1991, and this one was in 93. It looks a lot better. And press select again. This is what it looked like originally back in the day. Already, like, even to the original, it plays a lot better than the first game. Like, the first game was very simplistic, and this one just like, yeah, big improvement all around. Yeah, not to mention you could actually shoot up in this game where you couldn't in the first one. But yeah, this is badass, man. I'm loving this so far. Like I mentioned, I have played these games before, but never really had like any real experience with the first two Duke Nukems. I only played them like casually, like years ago. But yeah, I can't wait to play more of these games, bro, because you know I love the Duke Nukem games, and oh shit, I just died. And it's just, you know, it's just interesting going back to these early ones, you know, these early 2D side scrollers, which are pretty damn good, I'd say. I mean, obviously, Duke Nukem 3D is the one that everyone knows and loves the most, but these early games, for what they are, you know, oh shit, they're pretty damn good, I must say. So I guess now let's move on to the final game of the Duke Nukem collection, which is Duke Nukem 3D, specifically Total Meltdown. So now let's check out Duke Nukem 3D Total Meltdown, which, like I said before, this is the PlayStation version of Duke Nukem 3D, so not the DOS original. Which, you know, it sucks because this version was very very hit or miss. Actually, the frame rate in this version was pretty abysmal. Like, it was around like the teens usually. But I did love the soundtrack though. This version had like a remix soundtrack, which I thought was really fucking good actually. And unfortunately they didn't fix any of like the performance issues with the Evercade release, but yeah, that's really quiet for some reason. I don't know why. Let me turn that up. Why is that so quiet, man? What the hell? But yeah, I do already have this actually. I do already have Duke Nukem for the PS1. But yeah,
Let's rock.
play LA Meltdown real quick.
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
So yeah, here it is. So yeah, I played this version recently actually on my PS3. Because, you know, like, I've been testing out like some of my PS1 games on it and stuff. Yeah, it's the same old PS1 version of Duke 3D that I've been playing this like version for years, honestly. In fact, this might have even been the first version of Duke 3D that I played, actually, thinking about it. Because I had this like way back, like fucking 2011 probably, like around when Duke Nukem Forever first came out. And then I had to sell my original copy because I was only like 10 or something, or 9 at a time. And back then my parents wouldn't allow me to play like anything that was above, you know, that was like a 15 or an 18, so I had to sell it. But eventually like I bought another copy on eBay like a couple years later, which is the one I've had ever since. But yeah, I mean, this version of the game, I mean, aside from the performance issues, it's pretty good for the time, I'd say. And like I said, I absolutely love the remix soundtrack in this version. In fact, a lot of these remix tracks, dare I say, are even better than the originals. Like, seriously, I love the soundtrack in this version. It's criminally underrated, in my opinion. Obviously, not as good as the DOS original, I mean, that goes without saying, but, like, you know, it's worth it just to hear the soundtrack. You know, they made all the songs, like very, like, 90s techno sounding. And I think they sound really awesome, personally. You can hear right now for Hollywood Holocaust, it sounds like a dance sort of techno remix of the song. Playing this with the Evercade controller actually feels better than playing it with like a DualShock. Like I don't know, like this feels better to play than it does originally. Yeah, it does seem like a bit of a weird choice that they would choose this version of the game to port over rather than the DOS original, or say like one of the more modern releases of the game, like the 20th anniversary World Tour Edition. But I don't know, I guess it was because they had the other PlayStation games running on the Evercade. You know, like Time to Kill and Land of the Babes on the other Duke Nukem collections. They decided, you know, just to port over this one, be easier, I guess, because they already had a PlayStation emulator up and running. It appears to play exactly like it originally did. Yeah, so that's the Duke Nukem collection on the Evercade, and that was my box of the system. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I'm going to play some more of this off camera, and like I said, hopefully I should be getting the second Duke Nukem collection soon, which I'm not too fussed. I didn't end up getting that one in the end because I already have those games already, like Time to Kill, Land of the Babes, and Duke Nukem Advance, but you know, it's still nice to have them all in like one package, you know, it's more convenient that way. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, there's some unboxing plus a little bit of me setting up the system, a little bit of gameplay, you know, of Duke Nukem. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and peace. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care now.